G'day and welcome to the channel. In this three-part series, I took a tour around the area of Tondo with a tricycle driver that I hired and his family. Please stay with me as we enjoy the tour. At the end of the tour, he drops me off at the famous impoverished area of Happyland, and I've made a separate video on that which I hope you'll also enjoy. Stay with me. Okay, so I've hired this guy and his family to take me around to show me Tondo. And look, I paid a little bit extra. I paid $2.50 for 30 minutes. He just about jumped at me when I said that. But it's good. It's good, all right? He can show me around the place, and I can sit here and he can tell me a little bit about the place too. Mariani Street, yeah, okay, thank you. Mariani Street, Tondo. Reference point Mariani and J. Nocalasso, and SDA Santa Maria and Mariani Street, and across the road there we have Santa Maria Plaza. It's Saturday morning here, it's about 9 AM. So there's still a lot of people working, but we've also got a lot of people off work as well, right? So it's not so busy, and I decided to travel in the morning, get out there in the morning before the heat hits, and you get to see a whole lot more without being exposed to the heat. There's nothing worse than, you know, pushing yourself too hard in a country that has, you know, quite a lot of heat. The only thing you do have to consider in the morning is the traffic smog, because it's quite big. Yeah, traffic smog is quite intense. Yeah. Hi guys. My driver's doing a lot of talking with his little one, and it's quite cute. I think he's giving him a bit of a guided tour, and he's also asking him, you know, when the traffic lights turn green, what are you going to do? And the little one's replying, go and stop and all of this type of stuff. So yeah, I think it's just a day out with Dad away from school, because it's a day off school today, of course. So we've just pulled up for a fuel stop, and I think when you think about these guys having these tricycles, they basically run them on empty. Nearly, they only put in what they need, and I think my business for him today, when I've said, you know, look, take me around for half an hour, give me a bit of a tour, is a big bonus, right? So. He's pulled up and he's going to fuel up now, and we're going to go for a little bit more. So I think it's been, yeah, very fortunate for him that he's found me today, and it's been fortunate for me too that I've been able to find a guy with his wife and his child to take me around the place. So that's kind of nice. That said, I did talk to a number of other drivers before I met this guy, And my objective was to find out, you know, how much should I be spending, and without doubt, all of them said, up to you. And when I eventually pressed them, they all came back with 300, and it was pretty unique, 300. When I offered two, they said no. Hence why I offered this guy 250. So I think I've worked out the right price. So half an hour tour around for 250. All right, he's just loading up the family now. And we are away. The little kid's just turned on the key. He's looking at the light to see that the lights come on. So I have some little koalas that I hand out to the street kids, right? You know, they walk up, they're asking you for money and all that type of stuff, and you know, you give them money, they run it back home to their parents, or you know, they just put it in their pocket, or run over to a shop and buy an ice cream or whatever, right? So I generally don't do that. I will, however, get them to work for it, like, you know, if there's a basketball hoop and they're playing basketball or something like that, I'll set up a basketball competition and, you know, put up some money for the hoops and encourage, you know, competitive sport playing, that type of thing. So I think that's good for them. Some people might agree with me, but there are no losers when I run my comp anyway, so they all walk away pretty happy. But anyway, back to this. I've got some little kangaroos that I hand out. And that was a little kangaroo. It's now the property of this little young fellow, and it looks like it's become property of the tricycle as well. He's trying to mount it on the front of the tricycle. That's pretty creative. Anyway, back to our tour of Tondo. So what I'm seeing doesn't really say to me that it is anywhere different than any other, you know, major area in the Philippines, you know, with the exception of places like Makati and Maladi and places like that that are renowned for being, you know, where the rich people live and that type of stuff. But this is just urban community as far as I'm concerned. There's no real sign for me of advert poverty here, you know. Maybe it's because I'm not going off the main drag, but I do understand that there are high levels of poverty here. But from what I'm seeing from the main roads that I'm going along with this tricycle, it's looking just like any other place that you'd come across in urban Manila, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and you do click on the next video because it does get better as we cover off more and more of the area of Tondo. Stay with me.